Hello everybody and welcome back to another Deep Oger review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends 80th Anniversary Love Triangle 3-pack Tiger Stripe Wolverine. I know in the past I've been calling this Tiger Strike Wolverine for over 7 years now, but it is Tiger Stripe Wolverine. I misheard stripe for strike, sadly. So I just look like a dipshit for the past 7 years. Wow, look at that. And what's changed? This figure is a holy grail of mine. This and Ghost Rider with the motorcycle, just absolutely beautiful figures, and I'm so happy and thankful to our sponsor, Katie Toys and Customs, for letting me put this guy on layaway and just having him in general. If you're in the Colorado Springs area, I highly recommend checking them out for all your collector needs. Anyway, without further ado, I'll get into this guy's accessories. So, first up for accessories, I'll take a look at the unmasked head and the cowl. Obviously, this is reuse from the brown costume vintage card from the second series, or was it the first? I think it was the second wave of vintage figures ever made. Obviously, I really like this nice bluish gray eyes, metallic in there. The only thing I don't like is the lips and the lack of stubble around the chin. I really don't like that it's just clean shaven. I mean, you can technically see a little bit. It's kind of darker because of the sculpt, but the lips are just too bright pink for me personally. But obviously, I already have the head off. First, you put the cowl on, which sadly does not have the white eyes of the original. But obviously, boom, you have Wolverine unmasked. And the cowl just adds another touch to it, quite like my last review. Captain America, it doesn't want to stay down really, but it is sculpted to fit this body. It doesn't look horrible nonetheless. I really do enjoy this pair of accessories. And for the other head, you have a battle damaged head right here. Nice slashes, marks, looking like bullet holes. More bullet holes or burn wounds in the cowl right there. He's pissed off, obviously. Oh man, just the sculpt is just absolutely beautiful. I love the tears, I love the hair poking out. And they do a successful job of giving him angry face on this one, finally. But getting the head on there, obviously he's going berserker rage. He's gonna kill some motherfuckers. He's gonna slice them and dice them. You know, berserker rage Wolverine is the best Wolverine, of course. But speaking of the hands, we weren't speaking of the hands at all, but speaking of the accessories, he also comes with bone claws, quite like the 20th anniversary of the Fox figure, Hugh Jackman Wolverine, Amazon exclusive version. Boom. Very beautiful, very nice detail. These are connected to the metal spokes, or the metal rings on the hand. So, yeah, I tried to take them out and it didn't work because they're all connected. But very, very nice detail. Very bony, I like the wash on them. Even though it's not too much of a wash, it's still there. Nah, I just love that very, very much. But for the plain figure, how most people are going to display it, here is the very, very nice head sculpt. I think we got this with the first Tiger Stripe Wolverine. Okay, let's get the cat out of the bag. My main complaint with this figure when I got it, and pretty much my only complaint with this figure when I got it, was the cowl stuck back like this. It doesn't look good. It looks like it's just one solid piece that's just going straight back. That's not how Wolverine's cowl is supposed to be. What I did was I peeled the glue back a little bit and just flexed it out. And boom. It looks so much better, gives it more character, just definitely more Wolverine this way. So I'd recommend doing that if you want to, or heating it up, boiling it, hair dryer, heat gun, whatever floats your boat. I'd say do that. But this for me worked. Very nice pearlescent eyes, though. Really digging those eyes. Very nice. The flesh tone kind of bled over onto the gums on mine, sadly, but what you gonna do about it? It's a Hasbro figure. It's gonna have QC issues. Obviously, very classic tiger stripe Wolverine. These little shoulder pads are separate pieces. I like the dark blue. I'm glad that they didn't go with like a light blue for this guy. I really enjoy the darker blue. Love the belt here. Very nice. I love the arms. I wish that there was like a black, not a wash, but just some hair paint to bring out that sculpt, because right now it just looks like his arms are all really fucked up and scarred. But he's very, very muscular. I love that detail. Got down, abs. This is all reuse of the previous Wolverine bodies that we have gotten in the past. Nice X belt. I like this belt. Nice undies. Wolverine ass. Obviously, can't go without it. Very nice muscular detail. I keep mentioning the muscular detail. And then the stretch right there on the boots for that sculpt. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And they did a really nice job of matching this to this and this and this. So I commend Hasbro for that, because sometimes it's all different types of blue. It's not a different type of blue. It's a different almost shade. It's almost similar, but it's not the same. And I really commend Hasbro for being able to pull that off here, especially with the gloves, because those are painted. But other than that, very, very nice detail on this figure. And for articulation, you got a ball and a hinge up at the neck. He can look up about that far. That's for every head. Down about that far. That's again for every head. There's sadly not a lot of tilt. Again, every head. Arm can go full 360. You got some nice, on mine, nice butterfly joints, but they are pretty tight. I can't get this one past that point. And this one is extremely tight. I don't really want to move it in case I break it. Arm can go out about that far. It goes, yeah, only about that far due to the shoulder pads. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, a little bit past 90. We got a nice ab crunch that far forward, arcs that far back. Nice waist swivel. Leg can kick up about that far, back about that far. Beautiful Wolverine spread. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and you get a nice boot rotation right there. Foot can go up about that far, down about that far, and you have beautiful rocker pivot. Now for comparison, here he is next to the Juggernaut Wolverine, brown costume Wolverine, which previously was my favorite Wolverine, but this guy took this spot pretty fast, actually. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Puck Series Sabretooth. Now this Wolverine goes into the hand of the HasLab Sentinel on my villain shelf. Here he is next to some fellow X-Men, the Rider Series Professor X, and obviously the X-Factor Retro Series Cyclops. I think it's X-Factor. I could be wrong about that. I'm not a big X-Men comic person, but I love the X-Men in general. And lastly but not leastly, if you want your Wolverine on a motorcycle, you can. I'll probably show that off after this, but here's how he looks with the Rider Series Wolverine motorcycle and the Captain America 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends Captain America, obviously. Last review, if you want to go check that out, do so now. Yeah, these guys look great next to each other, and I'll show this off right now. And as far as this goes, it doesn't look horrible. Obviously, this seat and this bike was meant for Ghost Rider. And then they used the tank top Wolverine mold for this. Yeah, it doesn't look horrible, but he doesn't have grippy hands, you know? He doesn't have not but, you know, like grippers. He doesn't have grippers. But other than that, this looks fine, honestly. If you want to use it, you can in your display if you have the room. So, for my final thoughts, this guy is a holy grail figure. Him and Rider Series Ghost Rider are some of the most sought after figures for me personally, along with most of the X-Men figures that they've released, honestly. But this guy's just flat out amazing. Just absolutely, purely Wolverine. And I think this is probably the best Wolverine we've gotten ever. Like, from any company, from any line, this is the best ever. This Tiger Stripe Wolverine is the best. I personally think that Wolverine is my favorite character, so of course, I personally have a lot of bias towards him, but God, this guy just blew me away. I've been wanting him for a very long time, and when I finally got him, it was a huge W. Even if I had to peel the little mask away a little bit, it doesn't matter to me, as long as I have him in my collection and he looks great next to the other X-Men. That's all that matters to me. Well, I'm going to give this guy a solid 10 out of 10. Easily 10 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like. If you want to subscribe, subscribe if you're new, and click that bell notification if you haven't already. Also, all the links to our sponsor, KD Toys and Customs, thanks to him for letting me get this guy. Yeah, they're in the description. See ya. Bye-bye. In the next one. Yeah, see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Sorry. Peace.